Now let's get this straight. When a woman says, let's talk, every man runs for cover.
Oh my goodness, you sound like Mark. I can say it so kind. Babe, can we talk? And his head whiplash. Why? What did I do wrong?
Because he knows he's in trouble. Every man, when they hear let's talk, he gets this freaking fear in his heart.
Okay, you are the talker, or at least so you say, that you love to initiate conversation with your wife. So then when she says, hun, let's talk, you must get excited.
No, I panic like every other man.
Okay.
Well, no, because if she doesn't initiate too much, then she says, let's talk, I know I'm in trouble.
Oh my gosh, you're making us women, we sound like the enemy, don't we, girls? Like we're trying to hurt you or something. No!
Okay, look, I'm not done. I'm so excited because, man, I have this book. It's written especially for us. I'm so excited about it.
Okay, well, us women will hold off whether we're excited or not until we see what's in the book.
Here's the premise of the book. Talking is overrated.
Okay, I can't believe you just said that. You're the one with a PhD, and you know how important communication is.
But I love this truth. Men, you're loving it with me. Talking is overrated.
You already said that. But we also, haven't we been the ones who've always said communication is key to a good marriage?
Okay, look, I gotta acknowledge that as a professional, communication is critical. But as a man, I love this book. Woohoo!
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, let me use my communication skills here for just a moment, okay, which really do help relationship. So, if I'm hearing you correctly, I hear you saying...
Good paraphrase.
...that actually talking may not improve the relationship?
Now you've got it.
Oh my goodness, well,
Honest.
that doesn't get your attention.
Now listen, research shows that actually talking about your relationship can actually make it worse than better.
Okay, that is fascinating. So we had better start talking about whether we should be talking or not talking. How to improve your marriage without talking about it.
Stay with us. Okay. Finally, a show on communication that is for men. You don't have to talk. This is revolutionary.
Revolutionary? You've been doing it for hundreds and thousands of years. What is different?
Well, it says you could improve your marriage without talking about it. That's unbelievable.
Okay, well,
I like it.
What's unbelievable, us women are going to have to decide. I think we might need to be a little convinced about this. And I think we will be convinced when we have the co-author of How to Improve Your Marriage Without Talking About It. Let's welcome Dr. Pat Love. Good to see you. Now, Pat, I'm jumping right in.
Okay.
Because the book says we're not...
I'm jumping right in. It's awesome. Don't have to talk, man. Okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
but seriously, it says that we're not disconnected because we have this horrible communication. It says we've got poor communication because we're disconnected.
Right.
So what's causing the disconnect? We all think it's because we can't talk good.
Yes, and the reason why we're disconnected is we do not honor the primary vulnerabilities of men and women, which are different. For example, men, because they've been required to provide and protect and take care of us, are hypersensitive and actually feel more psychological.
What do you mean men are hypersensitive?
Oh my goodness.
To shame and feeling embarrassed and weak. In fact, for a man, there's only one question. Does this make me look weak? Because he prides himself, he rates himself, whether women do it or not. A man wants to please the people in his life. Actually, they live to please.
Who defines weak for him? Is it culture or does he do it for himself?
It's often in his head. See, we might not even think he's let us down, but for a man, the question is, does this make me look inadequate? And he feels shame. Shame is a stop and hide emotion. Makes him want to shut down or get angry.
Walk away.
Or withdraw, exactly.
And boy, do we know about withdrawal or anger.
Okay, before we go any farther, you got to understand, from the man on the set, this is true. Okay, men, we have this sense that, am I falling short? Am I inadequate? And you measure yourself sometimes against internal gauges that kill you. They bury you. And it may be just a gentle comment that was just a question, but it feels like, oh, I screwed up. And so what happens, we kill ourselves over and over again because we're just not just not coming up to what we need to be. We just don't make the bar and the grade. And it tears us apart inside. That's that shame thing that all men possess.
And then you pull away, and then you get quiet, and that then activates the primary vulnerability of women, which is fear. Feeling isolated, neglected, somehow left out, somehow left alone. And that, men don't quite understand the physiological, psychological stress it causes a woman when he's silent, when he's behind that stone wall, when he's in the cave or whatever he's doing, and with his anger. You know, the man's voice is designed for roaring. So he doesn't know how scary he is. And we are vulnerable to that. So if you will honor the vulnerability around your silence, us feeling neglected and left out and like we've been deprived, and we honor how sharp and hurtful our criticism is, how our complaining, how our judgment hurts you, because there's a limit to how much we can understand because of the roles we've played over time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that was, whoa, a whole lot of stuff to digest.
But you got to understand this sense that women have this fear reaction, this sense of don't leave me.
Yes.
There's a little gift
Yes.
I'll give to the men here. If you're trying to sort this through and you're not maybe ready to solve it all like she wants to hear, just go up to her and say, honey, we're okay. Just tell her we're okay. This is not about us. We're okay. And then she
maybe don't go, we're okay.
Exactly.
Because you're kind of sitting in a
looks like you've done that before. Did you get a close-up of that? All right.
Yes.
Okay, but what happens is when this dissatisfaction of the fear, the shame sets in, what do people do? How do they cope with it?
Yes. Men, their primary coping mechanism, one of two, fight or flight. You know, shame is a stop and hide emotion. He wants to pull away, go away.
I'm embarrassed.
Right,
I'll hide.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Or he gets angry. And the reason why he gets angry is because anger is a numbing emotion. An angry man, a silent man, is often a man that feels inadequate.
Yeah. And you know what?
And it's a man that says, don't get any closer.
That angry man pushes people away because then they can't judge him.
Yes.
So the more he can point fingers and attack, he gets, well, listen, hey.
And sometimes
she's
he
bad
pulls
too,
away
right?
because he doesn't feel worthy.
Yes.
And oftentimes it's more in his head than the woman's head.
Wow.
But here's a confusing part too. Women hear complaint as an invitation to move closer. If I call my girlfriend, Christie, and I say, I have had a terrible, you will not believe what happened to me. I am so unhappy. What? Do you want me to come over? You know, women hear complaint as an invitation to move closer. Not only that, she feels a little special because I called her instead of my other girlfriends.
You're sharing your pain.
Exactly.
Yes.
Women bond around their pain and complaints. But again, if I complain to my husband, he feels like a failure. He doesn't realize, and here's what women don't understand. If the man in your life, if you're unhappy about anything, it doesn't even have to do with him, he feels like a failure because he feels like if I were doing my job, you would never be unhappy again.
Okay, I'm sorry. That is way too big of a load to carry.
It is.
I cannot carry that the rest of my life, that I can't have anything wrong in my life, or you're going to think you're a failure.
I love that you said that because women always say, when I say this, they say, well, does this mean I can never complain? Of course not. Behind every complaint is a desire. Behind every blame is a desire. Behind every criticism is a desire. The man in your life wants to please you. Cut to the chase. Go to the desire.
This is what I need
love it
from
when.
you. Yes.
Would you please? It helps me when. Thank you for. All you have to do is give him a map.
Wait a minute, let me help you. When it is that clear, okay? When you talk about your desire and what you need from me, not I failed, whatever, every man wants to be the hero. Yes. Every man wants to be the victor. He wants to slay the dragons. So if you're given the opportunity by understanding what it is that you need and saying, boy, it would really mean a lot to me if you, he goes, when?
Okay, but let me say one more thing to you men, okay? And that is that if we share that desire and you don't slay the dragon and you just throw it out the window, you have just double killed us.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. Don't make a promise you're not going to keep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, listen. If you're having as much fun as we are, you're going to stay with us because we're going to come back for more. All about how to deal with the fear and shame. And if you got issues you know what's going on right now, go to our website, marriageuncensored.com. We got relational counselors there to answer your questions. Stay with us.